All right, guys. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Now, I'm going to talk about I'll talk about the stimulus package. I was going through it, see what it's all about. As I said, it's it's a sensitive topic. It's very sensitive here to quite a few people because I understand people do need the help, and I get it. If they don't, people will starve to death. Yeah. Hi, John. How are you, John? How are you doing on YouTube? So, but I'm here to tell you guys what's going on. I know some people might get offended by it, but it's hard to please everybody. It's impossible. But if a lot of people think, no, I was reading this article on Washington Post. They're saying that the stimulus package is going to cut poverty. I think is the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen. But at the same time, they got to propagate these agendas to people, let them think that what's coming it's a good thing. It's better for everybody. But that's the goal. They got to sell that propaganda. They propagate it to people, but it's not here to cut poverty, guys. It's actually going to accelerate it. People that know about uh, how the money system work will understand me a lot better. As I said, it's my hurt. Some people might feel uncomfortable when I finish saying what I'm saying, but I have to tell you guys, it's something that's somewhat hard, and I need to let you guys know what's going to happen. Now, yeah, first and foremost, um, the package is 1.9 trillion. Only 9% of that money will go to the people. 9%. Now, in the coming future, the middle class and the lower class will feel it. Because first and foremost, guys, the people that print the currency, they don't give away nothing for free. The Federal Reserve Bank, the International Monetary Fund. Because if they're giving away money for free, these banks will not be in existence. It's not possible. As they give away the money, these bonds to the government, a lot of people think it's the government that print the money. Till this day, people still think that, but that's just beyond me. Anyway, as they give these bonds to the government has to pay the money back to the private banks, and the responsibility is on the people. Now, 1.9 trillion, guys. In the coming 2 years, they're going to print 7 trillion. 1.9 trillion is part of that 7 trillion. So I'm looking at the price of goods, commodities, soybeans, grains, rice, and it's increasing drastically. Now, when inflation already started kicking in. Now, putting this 1.9 trillion into the economy, yes, it will fluff it up a little bit, and it's for the time being. It will help. It will. And as I said, I go back, people do need the help. And first and foremost, the people didn't cause this problem. That's another story for another time. They didn't cause this problem. And if you guys out there still think that Corona is from bats, you're stupid. Please start doing your research. It's an engineered crisis. So if the people didn't start the crisis, why are the people paying for it? But that's what's going on. All right? Give the people the help. Give them the money. They do need it. I'm not against that. But let me explain to you what's coming when inflation kicks in, guys. The poorer class of people are going to find it extremely hard to afford to buy food. And this is part of that 1.9 trillion they're dumping into the economy. You see the price of goods going up? That 1.9 trillion, that's going to help for that time being to put food on the table, to pay the rent, the mortgage, the car payment for a few people. In that short span, you're going to feel good for that short period of time. But coming in the next 2 years, when you try to eat and survive and you realize, oh my God, I can't afford gas anymore. I can't buy groceries for my family anymore. It's not possible because in the price of these things are out of control. Someone got to pay the money back. When they give it to you, you got to pay back. Now, 9% of that package, 9% of that 1.9 trillion goes to the people so they can put food on their table and so forth. But paying back that 1.9 trillion, all that responsibility, it's on the people. Now look at that for a sec. The people get 9% and paying it back. They're fully responsible for that. And you probably think, and a lot of people don't get it either. They don't get how inflation works, how money works. They're not going to come to your house and knock on your door and be like, "Hey, give us some money because we gave you money a couple months or a year ago." That's not how they do it. They do it through inflation. They fluff up the economy with some money. They basically shower. I call it helicopter money. They shower the money on people. But in the coming months or the coming year or two, you got to pay it back because when you go to buy your gas, it's no longer $2.50 a gallon. You're now paying $3.50 a gallon. All right. And that's why these things happen. It's because of inflation. Because these private bankers that give these packages out, they need their money back. And that's how they get it back, folks. So these packages that they're putting together and giving you guys, I want you guys to understand something. It will help you temporarily for that short span of time. But sometimes you got to get away from that. And please, I'm not saying people don't need the help. I know a lot of people that need this help. But that short span of time, you will get the help. But in the coming 2 years ahead, folks, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be very bad. Prices of goods are going to be extremely expensive. Gas is going to be through the roof. House prices are going to be through the roof. And first and foremost, if somebody comes to you and tell you that your property go up in value, slap them. It's no such thing. House prices are gauged towards inflation. It just takes more $1 bill to buy that property, folks. That's what's going on. Used door, shingles, sheets, they can't increase in value. Tiles, they can't increase in value. It's just inflation. All right? Get yourself ready for that. So what's coming is that the middle class and the poor class, especially the poor class, they're going to feel this very bad. But they're going to enjoy that short time of when they get the money, that short time of comfort for maybe a month, because I really don't see $1,400 lasting for a long time. Maybe half a month for some people. Some people might push it to 2 months. But after that 2 months is finished, what are you going to do? If goods are going to get more expensive, if gases are going to get more expensive. But that's what's coming, folks. They're not telling you guys this because really and truly, after I got online, I did my due diligence. I look at the numbers. The only people that's actually going to benefit from this are the private banks. Let me go back again. The same people that print that packages and put it together and drop the money on people saying it's going to cut poverty, it won't. It would accelerate it. But guess who are going to make all the money at the end of that tunnel? The banks. Because that money has to be paid back with interest. And the people that are getting the 9% has to do that. All right. So I want you guys to understand this. And this is how money works. It's a mandrake system. It was first created in ancient Greece. I love to read, guys. I'm not a know-it-all person. I'm in love with knowledge. So I try to gather as much as I can and I give it to you. Ancient Greece, part of the reason why they fail was because of what's going on right now in the United States. Yes, it's true. This system that the private banks used was done in ancient Greece. It was done in France. It was done all over Europe. And it always destroyed that empire. And the only one that come out on top, folks, are the private banks. It's not there for the people. It's fractional reserve banking. So, as I said to you before, I wrote it on Facebook, on my friends on YouTube. Please start stacking up on food, guys. Start it. Take my stupid advice. Yeah, and when I say stupid, I say stupid, even though I'm being facetious, which is sarcastic. I'm saying this because I care and I love you guys, even the one that don't like me, that bash me. I hate to see my enemies suffer. I don't want my enemies to suffer because if you can't buy food, you can't survive. If you can't eat, you can't survive. You can't do nothing. So I want you guys to stack up on canned food as much as you can. And please don't tell people you're doing this because food is going to be gold in the coming years. It will be. I promise you. I promise you. Trust me. And hold me to that. Please, I beg you, because you're going to thank me. Stack up on food, rice, canned food. And when I say stack up, I mean stack up. I mean have boxes of these things because these things can last for years. You don't have to stack up on meat. Buy meat whenever you want. Sweets whenever you want. Those stuff up whenever you want. Canned food, beans, corn, fruits in can, packaged can. And so greens, you know what I'm trying to say to you. If you want to stack up on canned meat, also you can do that. So get ready, folks. Inflation is real. It's here. It's happening. I can't stay too long. I love you guys. And I only do this because I care. Because I know what's coming and this have never happened before. I know what's coming, folks. And what's coming is not pretty. And I will go as far as saying 99.9% of people are not prepared. It's going to hit them in the face so hard. Their face is going to be in the ground with their butt in the air when they get hit, like an ostrich. And they're going to be in some serious trouble. I did wrote on Facebook, in the coming years, I'll make a prediction. When shit hit the fan, people will be eating people. And I know it sounds crazy, but I can see that happening because they have nothing else to do. At that point, the person next to them look delicious and they have nothing else to eat. And this is when shit hit the fan. The people that been following me for a while know what I'm trying to say to you. It's about that planet that's headed towards Earth. When it seriously start impacting Earth, people will start eating people. Thank you, guys. I can't stay too long. And as I get the information, I'll give it to you guys. Love you. Be safe. Take care. And yeah, be safe, folks.